Hello everyone, and welcome to more Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm trying something a little different today. I actually now have a second computer. I'm not sure how much it's actually working and helping. There's definitely some lag that immediately starts with my avatar once I start recording, I'm seeing. I'm not really sure why that is or if it's something I can fix. But we'll see how things go. But yeah, so I now have two PCs. So I have two PCs set up. They're both utter pieces of crap. But they are better than what I was using. But yeah, so when we last left off, it kind of seemed like the whole world was reset, yeah? So let's see. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average with spending my free time on games and anime. It's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Wow. What a terrible protagonist. School day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Serene? What? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, how about that? I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Okay. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Haha. It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Serene. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Serene, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Also, I discovered this, like, neat function in my avatar program that lets me, like, create whoosh hair. And I think it's kind of cool. Let me try something. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I turned down the settings on my camera, and that seems to have helped a lot with the stability of my avatar. So that's awesome. Hopefully my avatar is now working pretty decently. So it's a little difficult to tell because it's all the way on the right side of my vision. And if I turn too much to look over there, it breaks for some reason. So, and thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, the section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back. I brought a guest with me. Huh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Serene. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki? A girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Also, OBS is supposedly now recording at 1080p. Hopefully that's not too bad. Because I'm pretty sure that this game is still running at 720, so hopefully it doesn't look terrible. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I read in Serena's classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Serene? Also, it's really weird not having my, voice going into my ears. Because, with this new setup, all of the audio is being captured on the second computer. So I don't have, the audio playing back through my ears. Originally, I was playing the audio back through the headphones. That way, OBS would pick up on my voice, while also still able to record everything else. But I don't have to do that now, so... The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe in you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faints, apparently. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Serene, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Haha, I'd expect that from Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you're working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poem. Natsuki, you write your own poems? That was me that said that, not Monica. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. Doing the wrong voice. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Serene? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Serene. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. I feel like my protagonist voice has been changing, like, as we've been going. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Serene? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Serene, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Serene, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. Rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room, I assume. Interesting. I bet that unlocked something, though. I'm gonna save in a different slot, just in case. So... I've got Yuri, and I've got Natsuki. Because we don't have Sayori anymore, so I can't pick anything for her. Jumpy. That is a Natsuki word. Love is a Natsuki word. Melody. Cute is very clearly a Natsuki word. Party. Dazzle. Sheer. Ooh. What here would be a Natsuki word? Vibrant. Oh no, that's a Yuri word. Happiness. Chocolate. Silly. Beauty. Peaceful. Dazzle. Laugh. Fun. Silly. Bunny. Pink would have also worked, but I didn't see it. Smile. Cheer. Okay. I was like, wait, I don't remember. Was that her or not? Strawberry. Fluffy skirt. Okay, now I picked that as thinking it would be, but it was just surprising that it actually was. So, that's all. Let's do heart. Yeah! Okay, we're doing good. Spinning. Doki Doki. Joy. What? That's Yuri? How's that Yuri? What the frick ever. Sunny. Dry? No, I figured that would be Yuri. Color. Definitely not this word. Love. Yeah, there we go. You're lucky. Alright, so we got 2 wrong. It's fine. Hi, Ken Serene. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. That was interesting. Thanks for keeping your promise, Serene. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Make you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Did Natsuki just come from the sky? That was strange. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Hey, Monica, you're in the way. You're in the way of the text box. Natsuki something have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection. Oh, this is Monica actually talking. That's what it is. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Serene. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Definitely not with anything else. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? She is getting bigger. Slowly but surely she's getting bigger. Or, well, I mean, I think she was. I don't think she is now. But she definitely was getting bigger. But, well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. Either the fact that she did get bigger is now messing with my brain, or she is actually still getting closer. I think she is. I think she's getting, like, whoa! Oh my god, I just noticed the room! What the heck is going on? The room is tilted too. I just noticed that. What the heck? It's amazing how long this has probably been going on. I just noticed. That's amazing. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to be a part of this club. Everything is tilting. At first I thought she was tilting, but no, the background is definitely tilted. Like, it's tilted like this now. That's insane. I love that. I do think she stopped growing, though. I think she stopped when she switched, like, face switch graphics. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Although I am curious how, like, big, you know, how big and, like, zoomed in she'll get if she is still growing. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, so I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And you could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? Something has changed since the last time I mentioned. I think it might still be tilting. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Wow! When it snapped back, my whole brain was just like, what the heck? Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Are you looking for something in there? She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked boxes and books and boxes across the shelf. I guess either way, it didn't really matter. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you could do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll just tell you one thing, Serene. Consider this a lesson to... Don't touch the book. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series? Hey, are you paying attention? I can say that I don't remember the last time I opened a volume of Tokyo Mew Mew. It was the first manga I ever, collected. And I know I read all the way through it, 3 times. But I don't know if I've read them at all since we got to, since I moved to where I am now, which is 11 years now? Longer. 12 years. Because that was in 2011. It's now 2023. Good grief. But yeah, I definitely understand that. I am, but nothing's really happened yet. So I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Well, at least it's safe here in the club room. I almost want to, voice mod the lines. I just tried to scroll over to my second PC. I almost want to, hit voice mod for, the lines with the big black, text. But that would actually, take a moment. And I don't feel like doing that. I don't know, maybe I've done something in post since I now have the ability to edit my, voice separately from everything. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe? But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. I gotta keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Long pause. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? That didn't seem right. Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Serene. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, well, we all share poems now. Something tells me that that's, Sayori would have done that in the full group. So, oh gosh, this is only 40 minutes unedited. Holy crap. I mean, I still want to end here anyway. Just like, wow, that went like a lot faster. I think just because there's one less character. So, but yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed. I don't have my Patreon thing because that's not here on the second computer. Oopsies. Maybe I'll be able to edit that in post. Probably not. So this might be an episode without it. I'll have to get that fixed. But with that said, I do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. Or rather, you can check the playlist for to catch up on episodes you missed. Good gosh, I can talk, really. There is links to Discord and Patreon down below. Feel free to come on out, hang out with us, chat, and all that. And hey, you might get to see a little bit of a video game that I am making myself. So, if that interests you, check it out. And with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.